Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, July 18th. Well, quite an interesting weather pattern here in the Mid-Atlantic region for the next few days, as we will have extreme heat followed by the threat for severe thunderstorms and followed by the threat for additional substantial rain as a frontal system slowly works its way from the north to the south through the region, and then it'll stall out in the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic, and that'll allow for some waves of low pressure to ride up along that boundary zone over the next couple of days. Today will be the extreme heat with highs perhaps reaching record levels in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region, way up in the upper 90s. And then the severe thunderstorm threat occurs from late this afternoon through this evening, right up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C. all the way to New York City. Some of the storms that develop will contain heavy rainfall, possible damaging wind gusts and hail, and frequent lightning. And that severe thunderstorm threat, again, will occur from late this afternoon through this evening. Then tomorrow and Friday, that frontal system will stall just to the south of the Mid-Atlantic region or in the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic and allow for some waves of low pressure to ride up along it. And that'll allow for some additional showers and thunderstorms tomorrow into Friday here in the Mid-Atlantic region. I believe some of that rainfall will be on the heavy side. So quite an interesting weather pattern for the next few days. By the weekend, high pressure should finally build into the Mid-Atlantic region, and we should end up with a rather comfortable weekend with relatively nice temperatures and humidity levels. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. First of all, high pressure continues to dominate here in the eastern part of the U.S. Lots of clear skies this morning. A little southwesterly flow on the backside of the side, just pumping in very humid and very hot air into the Mid-Atlantic region. Temperatures again this afternoon should soar way up into the 90s. I think the record in Philadelphia for today is 99 degrees. It's within reach. The high temperatures from D.C. up through Philadelphia should definitely be in the mid to upper 90s, perhaps the mid-90s across New York City. Now here's a troublemaker. Here's a slow-moving cold frontal system that is now dropping slowly to the south and east, getting a little push in this direction from the strong Canadian high-pressure system, and that front will set off some severe weather later on today throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. We'll have to watch for that. Again, some thunderstorms that do develop can contain heavy rain and frequent lightning, maybe even some hail and damaging wind gusts. That front will then stall just to the south, maybe just south of the D.C. region here, after it passes through later on tonight into early tomorrow. And from that location, waves of low pressure will add additional rainfall into the picture on Thursday and Friday. Meanwhile, out in the west, still a substantial flow of Pacific moisture leading to monsoonal type afternoon showers and thunderstorms in the interior west and across the Rocky Mountains. Quite cool and cloudy along the west coast today. The remains of Fabio, which is now a tropical depression, will actually move into Southern California, increasing the possibility of a few showers in that part of the country. Well, I thought we'd take a look at the 500 millibar map for the current conditions. This is in the middle part of the atmosphere where the upper level steering winds occur. And the main point I want to make here is, first of all, there's very weak steering winds right here in the southeastern quadrant of the country. Meanwhile, up across the northern tier, there's light winds west to east. And this is the problem as far as the frontal system is concerned. The frontal system will be dropping slowly southward. It's located right around here, and it'll be getting a slight push in this direction. But because of these upper level winds that are very light and blowing from west to east, this front will drop only about to this region and stall out, and that'll pave the way for some waves of low pressure to move along that front over the next couple of days, Thursday and Friday. Again, today's the extreme heat, followed by the threat for severe thunderstorms late this afternoon and this evening. But then that front sets up shop just to our south here, and that could promote some substantial rainfall Thursday into Friday across the Mid-Atlantic. Here's the latest IR satellite loop. Lots of strong thunderstorms already setting up here across the upper part of the Midwest into the northern plains, rotating around slowly to the south and east. This is associated with that frontal system that will cause the threat for severe thunderstorms here along the I-95 corridor late today and early this evening. These are the thunderstorms we'll be tracking over the next several hours. Meanwhile, still some showers and thunderstorms here in the southeastern part of the country. You can see low-level clouds here riding up with some of this moisture, both from the Gulf of Mexico and from the Pacific Ocean, causing these monsoonal type showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon hours. The monsoonal moisture combines with the daytime heating to destabilize the atmosphere here in the Rocky Mountain region during the afternoons. And again, there will be some scattered showers and storms there later on today. This is the cloudiness associated with Fabio. It has weakened to a tropical depression status, moving into Southern California for this afternoon and tonight. I thought we'd walk through the next few days here according to the GFS, a Global Forecast System computer forecast model. This is from last night's zero-Z run. We'll show this evening's forecast, tomorrow night, and then Friday night, and the substantial rainfall possibilities for the Mid-Atlantic. First of all, for tonight, here's a band of showers and thunderstorms depicted by the GFS model here. This is associated with that frontal system slowly working its way through the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, there's a strong high pressure here in the southern part of Canada, giving it a little bit of a push, but we saw those upper level winds are basically weak and blowing from west to east, so that will allow for that frontal system to stall just to the south of the Mid-Atlantic region later on tonight and tomorrow. Let's now jump ahead to tomorrow evening. And here's a GFS map for tomorrow evening. The front is situated right around here. There's a weak low pressure area associated right along the frontal system tomorrow afternoon into the evening. Again, another round of showers and thunderstorms. Another little low pressure area out here headed for the Thursday night, Friday time frame. And indeed, here is the Friday evening forecast map. Here's another low pressure area. Again, that front is just stalled out here to the south, and this is going to allow for at least a couple different waves of low pressure to move and cause some more rainfall in the Mid-Atlantic region, especially from D.C. up across to Philadelphia. New York City might be on the northern edge, but basically pretty interesting weather over the next couple of days. First of all, extreme heat today, possibly record-breaking in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. Severe thunderstorm threat late this afternoon and tonight across much of the I-95 corridor. And then a substantial rainfall can fall Thursday into Friday associated with that stalled-out frontal system and waves of low pressure moving along that boundary zone. The weekend should finally clear out with less humid air and more comfortable conditions here in the Mid-Atlantic region with high temperatures generally in the 80s. Well, we'll update things as far as a severe weather threat later on today. That's it for now. I'm the SIweather.com meteorologist.